Hey, it's President's Day. You know, the origins of President's Day can be traced all the way back to the birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. Washington was born on February 22nd in 1732, and this day was originally celebrated as a federal holiday in his honor. The holiday was established in 1879 in Washington, D.C., and it was later extended to the entire country in 1885. Hey everybody, Damon Roberts here. Welcome on into another video. I want to remind you this video is brought to you by our friend Mike Lindell and MyPillow, MyPillow.com. MyPillow 2.0 now available. Buy one, get one free with our code LFS6B at checkout. Buy one, get one free while supplies last. MyPillow 2.0. Check it out with temperature regulating technology. Use our code LFS6B at checkout. In the early years, President's Day was simply known as Washington's birthday, and it was celebrated on February 22nd. However, in 1968, Congress passed the Uniform Monday Holiday Act, which moved several federal holidays to Mondays to create more three-day weekends for workers. Washington's birthday was included, and this legislation was moved to the third Monday in February, where it is today. The name of the holiday was also changed to President's Day in the 1980s. This change was made to honor both George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, who was born on February 12, 1809. However, the name change was not officially recognized by the federal government, and the holiday is still officially known as Washington's birthday. Now, as Paul Krauss tells us this morning in The American Thinker, it's now fashionable to deride both of these presidents as part of the woke deconstruction and continued desecration of America. Two of America's most noble presidents, George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, are now routinely scrutinized by the vandals running through our country and institutions. But the question has to be why? The two most consequential presidents are the ones whom the woke despise the most. Washington is the quote-unquote father of the United States, but what America is he the father of, they now say? The America of liberty, the rule of law, and the defender of freedom, or the America of racism, white supremacy, and historical injustices? Likewise, Lincoln held the Union together, is remembered as the great emancipator, and ensured that the united America would stride into the next century in which the United States would be a great bastion of freedom against the totalitarianism of modernity? Or was he guilty of perpetuating the sins of the past, as is now becoming trendy to assert? The hatred of Washington is very straightforward. Humans live by stories. Because we live by stories, George Washington is the central figure in whom two stories of America can be told: the America of liberty, justice, and the rule of law, or the America of racism and injustice. While it is fashionable to deride critics as rewriting history, the truer understanding is that critics want to tell another story because history is alive through the stories we tell. The 1619 Project, for instance, and other woke ideologies want to tell a story in which the America of liberty, justice, and the rule of law is replaced by the America of slavery, injustice, and racism. Washington stands on this crossroad because he is the first president after the Constitution's ratification. Washington must either be understood as a champion of liberty and equality, or complicit, if not explicit, defender of oppression, injustice, and white supremacy. The woke chose the latter story. Hating Lincoln has become a newer fad, but for reasons understandable once the woke ideology is understood itself. At its core, woke ideology hates everything to do with America, the historical America and the America of today, which is the product of that historical legacy. Furthermore, it is hatred of everything to do with America. It celebrates everything not American, the alien, the foreign, the other. Lincoln need not apply. Lincoln, because he represents the historic America, because he advanced the cause of manifest destiny at the expense of indigenous tribes, and because he represents the supposed white savior complex, is also someone who needs to be destroyed. In fact, Democrats in D.C. and in other states have already removed statues of Lincoln and want to remove more statues of Lincoln. Lincoln, therefore, in the story that the woke tell, represents the continuation of the system born from Washington, the founding fathers, and America's colonial heritage, which the woke proclaim is bad, bad, bad. This story of America as an oppressor is pernicious on many levels. First, it inculcates a spirit of desecration into the hearts and souls of the next generation. Nothing can be built on hatred. Hatred alone destroys. Second, this story destroys individuality and agency by flattering everyone to historic actions which we are but the outgrowth of expression of. It is meant to destroy notions of the individual, liberty, and freedom by saying we are guilty of past actions or victims of past actions. Third, it negates the heroic sacrifices Americans have made from settlement to today in the advancement of liberty and justice for all, both in America and for the world. President's Day matters because it is an opportunity for us to honor those presidents who helped create a country where a constitution of liberty and the human spirit of ingenuity and freedom could be harnessed, unleashed, and cultivated. If John Lennon wanted us to imagine a utopian world, let us imagine a world without the United States. Let us imagine a world where the United States didn't exist or the Union wasn't preserved, and the totalitarianisms of the 20th century couldn't be challenged and defeated with the United States leading the crusade for liberty. Americans need to reclaim the story of the United States as a country where the advancement of liberty, justice, and equality is part and parcel of our historical experience and our mission. The United States has and is a country where a more perfect union is constantly becoming a truer reality. The United States has and is a country where the heart and soul of human liberty is nurtured and nourished. Washington and Lincoln stand as examples of inspiration in this regard. Presidents who helped ensure this could become a reality. We walk in their footsteps. The attack on America's presidents is an attack on the understanding we have of ourselves and what story guides our hearts and souls. President's Day is a reminder of what is good in America, the America of liberty that Washington so valiantly fought for, and the America of liberty and equality that Lincoln so nobly stood for. That America would prove indispensable for the conflicts of the 20th century, where the human heart and soul was nearly destroyed by the totalitarian evils that so viciously and violently assailed the world. We must ensure that America doesn't slip into totalitarian temptation. I mentioned that hatred cannot build but only destroy, since it lacks the nurturing spirit of love. The totalitarianisms that this noble nation helped to defeat in the past century were built on hatred. Hatred of Jews, hatred of capitalists, hatred of Christians, hatred of everyone not Aryan or communist. Washington and Lincoln stand to remind us of the power of patriotic love and duty, and how patriotic love and duty can and will lead to a new birth of freedom. In honoring them today, we honor how patriotism nurtures the goodness in us that is called upon to make sacrifices for others. And that, folks, is an inspirational message this morning from Paul Krauss in The American Thinker. Link down below to check it out. All right, that's going to do it for this one, everybody. Thanks for joining me for another video this morning. Reminder, visit our sponsor, Mike Lindell and MyPillow. MyPillow 2.0, buy one, get one free. All you have to do is use our code LFS6B at checkout. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.